Hello, my name is Alexis Bay. I'm currently a clinic fellow in the Human Rights Clinic here at the University of Miami School of Law. I'm extremely lucky to be able to say that I spent an entire year last year during my 2L with the clinic as a student. I worked on two very distinct projects, my first semester and second semester, under amazing supervision. My first semester, I worked on gender-based violence asylum claims as a response to Matter of AB handed down summer of 2018. And what that entailed was lots of research, but meaningful research that helped the team in terms of guidance towards what we could do as a clinic to contribute to the efforts towards protecting asylum claims under gender-based violence. We actually ended up working with Catholic Charities of Miami on an actual asylum case for a woman escaping gender-based violence from Guatemala. And the affidavit was one of the biggest successes for me my first semester. Along with the clinic, there is a class component which is really enlightening and goes hand in hand with what you do in the clinic. The class component of the clinic is really helpful towards the projects that you'll work on. The classes are full of reading materials and speakers and discussions that for me were incredibly engaging and enlightening. I learned a lot in class from my peers and from my supervisors, and it was not an uncommon occurrence for things that came up in class to come up in supervision meetings and in the projects, and even sometimes in the meetings we had with partners. There's a lot of working with partners in this clinic actually, which is why I personally enjoyed it. I was a community organizer before I came to law school, and so for me, especially coming from a social justice background and doing community organizing on the border, the work I did in the clinic was hand in hand with that past that I came in with. My second semester, I worked on the Voces Unidas Time's Up project in the clinic. It's a coalition partnership between the clinic and community organizations from North Miami to Homestead, Florida, addressing sexual violence for immigrant women workers in South Florida. And I had the unique opportunity to be able to talk with domestic workers here in Miami about the struggles that they have around this issue and what they would like to see. Also being able to get input from farm worker and nursery workers and the organizers on the ground who work with them every day around these issues, and coming up with the team that I worked with on various materials to help get a better understanding of the depth of the issue and what possible solutions we can come up with as a coalition, but also as a clinic to help immigrant women right now who face a really huge problem of sexual violence that goes unaddressed on the legal level and on a social level. So that was really fulfilling to do second semester. So when I was looking at law schools and I was looking at University of Miami, one of the biggest factors was the clinics and the number of clinics the school had, and especially the work that the Human Rights Clinic had already done. And I very much am happy I made the decision to join the Human Rights Clinic as a 2L as a student for the entire year, and then now as a 3L in the fall as a fellow. If you are at all interested in human rights work in your legal career, if you're all interested in working with the community, if you just also want to have an extremely positive and awesome experience with fellow students and really amazing supervisors, please consider joining the Human Rights Clinic. I very much feel it's contributed immensely to where I'm going after graduation, and I've made connections through the clinic that I am very happy to say I think will go way beyond graduation from UM.